Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is our English lesson, Global English 6. Today's lesson is in Unit 4. We'll take part 1 of lesson number 1. Please prepare the learner's book, pages number 50 and 51. And we'll have the activity book, page number 40. Let's start. Have a very good lesson, inshallah. As you see on the screen, we have 2 pages to cover for lesson 1. Let's start with the first lesson, but before we start, we need to know the objectives of this unit. To the left, we're going to talk about different types of films, read about the history of films, listen to and discuss a film review, create scenes from a film, read and understand a film storyline. Let's do that. As a beginning, this is apart from page number 1. What can you see here? Oh, some pictures. And we have a list of words. These words, they represent types of films. To talk about this, what type of films do you like first? Some of you may like comedy, some of you may like action films, and some others may prefer horror or animation. Now tell me, what kind of film do you like yourself? Okay, I know the answers are a lot for this question. We'll talk about this later. Okay, let's talk about some words here in the picture. Read them first and then try to match them to the following pictures. We have the word animation, comedy, horror, science fiction, adventure, drama, action, and historical. Again, animation, comedy, horror, science fiction, adventure, drama, action, and historical. All of these are different types of films or movies. Look at these pictures and tell me, what kind of film is this? What do you think? Yes, for sure, it's an animation film. Look at the word animation. I highlighted the stress in this word with the red font so that you can mark the stress. How do you say it? Animation. Another one. What kind of film is this? Yes, you're right. It's a comedy. It's a comedy. Look at the stress. The first part or the first syllable. So we say it like this, comedy. Very good. Next. Oh, this is scary. What kind of film is this? Yes, you're right. It's horror. It's horror. Scary films like this. Oh. What do you think? Yes, we saw a type of films which is science fiction. Science fiction. 2 words this time. Science fiction. The stress is in the beginning of the 2 words. So, science fiction. This one? Yes, from the poster you see the word adventures. So, this film is an adventure film. Adventure film. Next. This looks serious. It's about a story of people talking and... Yes, you're right. It's drama. It's drama about serious films. This is for the ones who love action. This is an action film. A lot of weapons, guns, and so on. And look at this man. He's wearing very old clothes. So this film seems to be a historical film. Very good. Now we can match the words or the new vocabulary to the pictures which represent different types of movies or films. Let's pause the video, think about the answers for a minute, and come back to me. We'll answer together. Okay, let's talk about word number 1, animation. Animation looks like, can you see these animals making or doing things like people, as if they were people? So this is not real. It looks like something unusual happens here. It's not real for sure. So these are types of animation films. So animation goes to letter D. You're right. What about the comedy? Yes, you're right. Letter F. These two brothers, they represent a poster of a comedy. Something makes you laugh, something funny. And the third word is horror. Can you see this cat? Yeah, it looks scary. So this is a horror film. Science fiction, something which is related maybe to the future or to other galaxies or the space or things like this. Yes, you're right, it's letter G. Science fiction. Some people say sci-fi, which is the same. It's a short form of the word science fiction. Okay. Look and find a picture for the word adventure. Yes, you're right, it can be A and it can be H. Let's take A because H will be used later. So this looks like an adventure film. This one is drama. As we said, drama is something serious. So there's a problem, people are talking about or reacting to it. So which one represents drama? Yes, you're right, it's picture E. What about action? Yeah, action. You have this man who's carrying a sword. So yeah, for sure there's some kind of action in this film. So letter H, action, goes to letter H. And finally, historical. As we said, these people, they wear very old clothes, so they represent people from the past. So this film talks about a historical event. We call it a historical film. Thank you. Now it's a listening part. We'll listen and match the film trailers to the film types in the box in activity 2. We have some film types and we'll listen to some film trailers. Try to guess which trailer goes to which film. Listen and tell me.
Track 20.
1.
Get ready to laugh till you scream. Terrible twins, Horace and Boris, are back and they're crazier than ever. Dad thinks a fun-filled weekend in the great outdoors will encourage the brothers to bond. How wrong can he be? Track 20.
Yeah, as you heard from the very beginning, get ready to laugh. So something makes you laugh or something funny. Which one? You're right. It should be the comedy. Listen.
1.
Get ready to laugh till you scream. Terrible twins, Horace and Boris, are back and they're crazier than ever. Dad thinks a fun-filled weekend in the great outdoors will encourage the brothers to bond. How wrong can he be?
This was number 1. So listen to number 2.
too big for one land.
Dora, don't leave us. But I have to. I am defender of the secret scroll. I must do all I can to save it.
She knew what she had to do to protect the secret of her land, but would she survive the journey into the unknown?
Yes, of course, it's an adventure film. You're right. Next.
3. Don't be sad. Susie was an old cat and she had a good life. And besides, the ones we love never really leave us. I sure hope she doesn't leave me.
Be careful what you wish for, little boy. Susie is back, and she has some unfinished business. Not everyone was sweet to Susie during her long life. Now it's payback time.
Yeah, as you heard, of course, it should be something scary, something horrible. Yes, it's a horror film. Moving to the next slide, just look at the text here and describe each one of them with one type of films. The first one is answered. It was terrifying. Terrifying. What do you mean by terrifying? Yes, it was very scary. I was so scared. The animal is really evil. It does such horrible things. Of course, this type is horror. Now guess this one. The film was absolutely hilarious. What do you mean by hilarious? Yes, very funny. We couldn't stop laughing. So what kind of film is this? Yes, you're right. It's a comedy. This one, the film was heartbreaking, very sad. I cried at some scenes. It's so sad when the accident happens, but in some parts the story is a bit silly and not very believable. So this should be drama. And as we said, this is comedy. Next one, the special effects are absolutely amazing. I didn't expect them to be so good. You really felt as if you were lost in space too. But it was quite slow in some parts and a bit boring. Yes, this part is science fiction. Finally, the story is really thrilling. What do you mean by thrilling? Yes, very exciting. I didn't want the film to end. You really care about the main character and her special mission. The special effects are gorgeous to really beautiful. Yes, gorgeous means very beautiful. So this is adventure. And we'll leave the workbook page 4 for you. We'll revise it with you tomorrow with the next part of this lesson. And thank you for now. Please wait for the second part of lesson 1. Thank you very much.